Thanks so much for what you did. It's really a great help for me. I can't wait for the wedding. It's gonna be a wonderful day.
There's no need to thank me. It's just what we should do for each other. Don't think about it. When you love someone, you'll do anything for them. You know it's true.
Don't worry about the house. I've got that all sorted. You can rely on me. When we live together, it's gonna be really great for the two of us. You can count on that. We're gonna have such a nice time together.
What about the loan to pay for the house? Do you think we can manage it? Things aren't great right now, so do you think it'll be too much for us? I do have some money myself, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think it's only reasonable that I ask you about it.
Don't worry about a thing. You know I earn a lot of money. I can pay for it. If you want to help out, then that's really nice, but don't feel stressed over it. I can handle it all on my own if need be. I've also got stock investments that I can count on. The loan won't be anything to me. Nothing that I can't handle. You just relax and think about the happy times we're gonna have.
Okay, if you insist. I'm still not too sure about it. I really like the idea of having a small house to begin with. We don't have to move into something lavish for our first home. If we're worried about the financial burden, then why not start with something small? We can always move into a bigger house if need be in the future. I know you earn a lot of money and I know you got a lot of investments, but I still worry about things. What if it all gets too much for us? You do well and it's really lucky for both of us, but let's not overstretch ourselves.
We're in a fortunate position. When I do things, I do them for the both of us, and that'll include this house. It'll be yours and mine.
You're such a nice guy. So have you thought about when we're going to introduce our parents to each other? When is a good date?
Oh, yeah, I haven't actually done much thinking about that.
You didn't even think about it? I think we need to get that sorted soon. We need to get our parents on board.
Sorry, I just didn't think about it. What about next week sometime? Do you think that's a good idea?
Is that the best time?
Why not get it done as soon as we can? Why wait? I like to get things done as soon as possible. We know what we want with our lives, so why wait anymore?
Okay, if that's what you want, then we can do that. What about next Saturday? I think we might all be free on that day. I'll ask my mother what she thinks about it and then get back to you. I'm sure it'll be a yes.
Okay, sure. You do that. I'll do the same.
Mother, how are you?
It's a bit late in the evening. What are you doing contacting me now? Is it urgent? I've just had my dinner and now I'm sitting down to relax.
Did you have something nice for dinner? I hope you're looking after yourself properly. You need to pay close attention to your health as you get older.
Don't you worry about me. I can look after myself. I could say the same thing to you. We all need to look after ourselves. I'm in good health. I can enjoy and eat all my favorite foods and not get sick.
Okay, if you say so. I just worry about you, that's all. I hope you're doing well and are in good health. Anyway, what are you doing next Saturday? Do you have free time? There's something I want you to attend. It's quite important.
Next Saturday? I'm free then. I've got nothing planned. What is it you want to do?
I want you to meet my boyfriend and his family. We've decided that we're going to get married and it's time to introduce the parents to each other.
Oh, wow. That's really something, isn't it? You're going to get married to that guy? Well, that sounds nice.
I hope you're happy with my decision. He's a great guy and I know he's going to treat me well. I think we're heading for a very happy marriage.
He's a rich guy. What girl doesn't want a rich guy? It's also nice for me. I know you're being looked after well, and that puts my mind at ease.
I don't think I'm going to be living off his money. It's really nice to have his support, but I think my career will get better and better with time, and I'll be earning enough too. I think we're a suitable match.
Good to hear. I look forward to meeting his parents next weekend.
I'll see you then.
Have you thought about canceling this wedding? Are you sure you want to get married to this kind of a man? I'm really not sure about it myself. I don't know if he's the right kind of guy for you.
You don't agree with it? I didn't realize. I thought you were happy.
They're just awful people. I can't stand them. I really had to struggle to keep calm. I don't like them one bit. Why are they so proud and always boasting about things? I'm really not sure about them. Do you think they're nice people? You've been with him for a while, but it's not too late to break up. Don't walk into a marriage that you might regret.
Are you joking now?
No, I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious. I want you to see the situation for what it is.
I think I can understand your opinion, but please don't get too mad about it. We aren't married yet, so don't worry. Please try to control your anger.
If these things keep happening, then I won't be silent for much longer. I have a duty to speak out to help my daughter. You know what kind of a person I am. I can't just sit there when things are looking bad. I have to act to protect people.
I know you, Mother. I know what you're like, but please be quiet for the time being. There's no need to make a big scene.
Are you busy now? What are you doing? I'm contacting you because I want to talk to you about something. I hope you've got time.
I'm free now. I was just doing some work, but it's done now. I'm free to talk to you. What is it? Are you okay?
There's something I want you to take a look at. This is a list of things that you and my son are going to need after you get married.
That's a big list of things.
That's right. We're going to be paying for the house, and that's going to be a lot of money. I've worked so hard all my life to save a lot of money to help my son. My son also works hard to make money. He's going to be investing a lot into this marriage. As for you, you don't have a lot of money. You're not really bringing all that much into this marriage. I don't think it's fair on my son, but I'm going ahead with it because it's what he really wants. I hope you can understand my concerns. You need to bring something into this marriage, too. I hope you weren't expecting us to pay for everything and you did not do anything at all.
No, I wasn't thinking like that at all. That was never my plan. I intend to do my all for this marriage. Let me just look at this list. I'm not so sure about these things. They aren't really my style and they're a bit expensive. I don't know if this is what I want to buy.
Expensive? They're not expensive, they're the right price. My son is going to pay all that money for the house, and you think these things are too expensive. Just think of the cost of the house compared to this stuff. It's really cheap. You're getting an easy ride here. You should be really thankful to us for paying all that money to the house, and you should offer to buy as much as you can. You think we're going to buy an expensive house, and then you're going to buy cheap things to put in it?
This stuff looks to be really expensive. Don't you think it's overdoing it a little bit? Can't we just buy some cheaper things? Also, can we just get things that I like? I don't think we need to buy these expensive designer things. I'm a frugal girl and I'm really happy to have cheaper things. I think value for money is the most important. I don't mind if it's plain and simple. I think that's a really good thing to have. I think it's a trend these days. A lot of young people are buying simple things. We don't need to show our wealth. We can get by having a simple life.
I knew you were that kind of girl. I could smell it from day one. I really wish my son would find a girl on his level. If you want to marry my son, then you need to do what I tell you to do. I don't want a cheap girl who answers back to me. I want a nice girl who has the same high standards as I do. I've given you this list and you need to buy all those things. I don't want anything left out. This all has to be perfect for me and my son, and I'm not taking no for an answer. I don't want the second best, I want the best. Understood?
Okay, I get it. If that's what you really want, then how can I say no? I'll get it all ready and nothing will be missed out. What'll happen if we get married? How are we going to get along? We haven't really got off to a good start here.
Don't worry about a thing. If you have any sense about you, then there will be no problems. If you can sense my mood and understand what I want, then we will get along just fine. Also, please don't reject my requests. I really don't like it when people do that. I'm a woman who deserves the best, and I want it for my son, too. Don't disappoint me.
I really hope I can live up to your high standards. I'll try to be a person who can make you happy. I'm always looking out for others. Don't you worry about this list. I'll get it all done. It might be a lot of money, but I'll find the cash somewhere. I don't want to let you down. I'll do my bit as a good daughter-in-law. After all, maybe you're right. We should buy high-quality things now so we don't have to buy them again. I've been waiting so long. I don't know if I can wait anymore. I'm on the verge of death here. I need some advice from you. What do you think I should do? What would you do if you were me?
What is it? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? You don't know? I thought you would have the sense to see what my problem is. Can't you tell that I'm suffering here? It's your mother. She is such a pain. I can't stand her. Why does she always have to follow me around telling me what to do? Why can't she just mind your own business for once? She's been like this for so long, and I feel it's just getting worse.
My mother? What has she done now? I didn't realize she was that bad. I think she just likes to give her opinion.
Who else would I be talking about? How can you not know? She's so annoying. I wish you'd tell her how to behave. I wish we didn't have to live with her in one house. What a stupid idea that was. I should have said no from day one.
I thought you'd be okay with it. What's wrong with living with her? I think we're gonna have a really nice time. I really like the idea of living together under one roof. I thought you liked it too.
Why would I like that? What grown man wants to live in the same house as his mother? I don't want to live with her. I need some room to myself. I don't want her buzzing around me all the time. You were always boasting about how much money you had, and now here we are living with your mother. What a stupid situation to be in. This is supposed to be a house for us to live in now we're married. Why are we sharing it with your mother? What kind of newly married couple does that? Do you have no sense? I want to live in my own house. I don't want to share with your mother. How could anyone think otherwise?
Do you have to be so angry about this? It's really not that big of a deal that you're making it out to be. I think this is quite common these days. I mean, we can look after my mother as she gets older. I think it's a really nice thing for us to do. I like the idea. My mother is part of your family too now. Now that you're married to me, you have to treat her as if she's your own. There is no division between you two, so living in one house shouldn't be a problem. I think living together in one big house is a really nice thing to do. I think you should be happy about it.
I wish you'd made this clear before we got married instead of forcing it upon me afterwards. I really don't think this is normal, and I don't know how you can see otherwise. Why don't we look at the conversations we had before marriage? I don't think this was ever mentioned.
Don't bother. I understand your problem here. You don't need to go on and on about it. Why can't you just accept the way things are? I think we can be happy about this. What do you think? Can you change your mind?
What a strange family I've married into. If only I'd known it was going to be like this. I should have known when your mother gave me that stupid list of things to buy before we got married. I think she did it all for herself. I didn't realize that she was going to be living here too. It's so obvious now looking back.
Don't be so upset about it. It's good for us too. We can be happy together. One harmonious family.
I'm bored of hearing your excuses. You know what you did wrong and you won't even admit it.
I don't think it needs your permission. I think it's fine that she lives here. You're not the most important member of this family. We're all equal, including my mother.
How's your room today? Is everything okay for you? If you have any problems, then please let me know. I might be able to solve them for you.
As long as this place is kept tidy, then I'm not going to have any problems. I expect you to do a lot of housework to keep this place nice. I'll be very unhappy if you don't. I know you're not a girl with a lot of common sense, but if you see something that needs doing, then please do it. Don't wait for me to ask you.
Sorry, my bad. I must just miss these things. I'll try better in the future. A few hints from you might go a long way. I wouldn't want to make you angry. I didn't actually realize that we were all going to be living together. It wasn't explained to me before I got married. It's a whole new world for me. I didn't expect this. If you have a problem with me, then please let me know.
I don't know why you're surprised. We had this all planned since before the wedding. Long before the wedding. I knew I was going to be living with you. It's a win-win situation for all of us. You can help look after me. I'm not getting any younger.
You had this planned all this time? Why didn't you tell me? I really can't believe it. I really think I should have been consulted on these plans. Why would you not tell me well in advance?
Wasn't it obvious? If you had common sense, you would have seen it coming. I'm an old lady, and I need someone to care for me as I get older. You married my son, so you're a prime candidate for this kind of work. I think it's only natural that you do this, and you should be happy to do it. You have this nice house to live in, and would be a shame if I didn't live here, too. What would you do with all this space? Please don't be surprised by the whole thing. It really shouldn't be a shock for you. If you're not happy about this, then you can always leave. I didn't want my son to marry you in the first place, but I accepted his choice. Part of the deal was that you were going to look after me, and now you don't want to do it. I can't believe it, stupid little girl. Why do you think I made you buy the furniture I liked? Because I was going to be living here, too. You just can't see these things, even when they're staring you in the face. There's no need to be so resentful now. We're all happy about the situation.
Are you really happy about us all living in this house together? You won't leave?
Of course I'm happy, and no, I'm not leaving. I'm going to stay here as long as I want to. This is my retirement home, and I'm going to enjoy my life living here. You'll get used to it in time. Don't you worry about that. Just face the reality of what is happening. You'll soon get used to it. You can't have everything your way. You have to cooperate with others. If you try to deny this, then it's just going to be harder and harder for you. Accept it now and let's move on.
If I have to. Do you want me to tell you the really bad news? Do you think you can take it?
It depends how bad it is. Tell me, what is it?
His mother is now living with us for good. She won't be leaving. It seems that the house is not really ours. I think he bought it with his mother. They did it so she would have somewhere to live as she gets old. I think they want me to look after her too. I don't know why I should do that. It turns out they'd been planning this all along. They knew it long before we got married. I should have seen this coming. If only I wasn't so stupid. I've really been such a fool. They've played me. I feel like my life is in a spin. I'm really in panic mode right now.
What do you mean? Is it really that bad? The house isn't yours? I don't believe it. It's really terrible. How could they do this to you? I thought she was going to move out at some point. It seems they've been lying to you all along. How dare they?
That's right. It's really that bad. I couldn't believe it either. It's really bad luck, and it doesn't seem like it's going to end.
It seems you really married into a bad family. What terrible luck for you. I was always worried about them. I just had a bad feeling, and I should have been more forceful with my opinions. I didn't even know this world had such awful people. I wish we could go back in time and not make this mistake.
I should have listened to you, but I didn't. I regret that. You're older than me, and it seems you know people better than I do. It seems you're a good judge of character. It turns out that this house is not just ours, and I was being played for a fool all along.
I feel I should do something about this. I don't want to just sit here whilst my daughter suffers. You might be annoyed by this, but I'm really mad about it. I also feel it was partly my fault for realizing what was going on and not forcing you to make another decision.
Don't be too hard on yourself. At the end of the day, it was my mistake, not yours.
I have an idea. Something we can do that might aid this situation. The first step is for you to book a plane ticket as fast as you can. You need to get out of there and really soon. I have something planned. Don't worry about it. You just leave it to me.
Buy a plane ticket? To go on holiday? Why?
Don't think about it too much. I will sort this out. You just book the plane ticket.
Okay, I'll get on with doing that. I'll get 2 plane tickets as soon as possible.
Where are you and what are you doing? You haven't spoken to me since we had that argument. I hope you're not sulking. You can't spend your whole life being angry because things didn't go your way. You have to learn to accept other people's opinions and plans. What's this I hear about buying plane tickets? What's the plan?
I've just been wanting to do this for a long time. Nothing to worry about. Gary is also on his yearly leave, so it won't be a problem. For 3 days and 2 nights, it's going to be a really nice trip. I've been planning it in secret, and I am telling you what's going to happen. I think it's a really great decision of mine.
You've changed a lot since we last spoke. You were really mad at me then, and now you're doing this. I don't understand it, but I'm going to play along with it. It seems like you're starting to change your mind. You're starting to come over to the idea that this world doesn't revolve around you. It's a good move, and I hope it continues into the future. When we argue, there's really no need to be angry for a long time. Just change your mind and then move on. That's the best option. I think we're going to get along well together. I think we can be one big happy family in this house. As we live together longer and longer, I'm sure we can learn from each other. I think the relationship between us will only get better and better as time goes by. I'm such a nice lady, and I know you're going to learn to see this in the future. You are really lucky to have married my son and to have me as a mother-in-law.
That's right. I'm going to be a really happy girl. So nice to have you as my mother-in-law. As time goes by, things are only going to get better and better. I can feel a change in the atmosphere. Let's hope this continues as time goes by. Now it's time for you and your son to go on holiday together. I hope you have a really great time. I can stay here and look after the house. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Thanks. I'll have a nice break and I'll see you when I get back. What are you doing? What have you done with our house?
As you know, it's my mother's house too. Isn't that right? My mother is moving into the house too. Isn't that nice? As you said, this house is for all of the family, and my mother is part of the family too. I decided that she can live here with us as well. We're going to have a great time together. One big family in the same house.
What have you done that for? You didn't even consult us about it. Why didn't you tell us about this? Why did you just go ahead and make a decision without consulting us? Doesn't your mother have her own house to live in? Why does she need to live with us? There won't be enough room for all of us to live in there.
She's going to rent her house out to someone else. Then she can get some money from that. It's going to make her life a lot easier. I told her that she could come and live with us. I know you like the idea of a big family. My mother doesn't really have any friends in this part of town, so you'll have to be friends with her. If you live in the same house, then I'm sure you'll become friends in no time at all. You didn't get my consent to live here, so I presumed that I wouldn't need your consent for my mother to move in here either. I bought all of the furniture for this house myself, so I figured it was just as much mine as yours. I think I have the right to let people live here just as much as you do. It would be unfair otherwise. I know you agree with me.
I don't think you should have just done whatever you wanted to.
I think I should have done. I was just doing the same as you, so I know it's okay. I know that we won't regret this. It's going to be so nice to have us all together in one big happy family. If you have something to say, then this is the time to say it. I'm sick of getting phone calls from you, so I want us all to get everything out in the open right now. I don't want to go on much longer like this. Let's end it right now.
Where has the furniture gone? Why is there no furniture in our house?
The furniture? You mean the furniture that I spent all that money buying? Where did it go? What business is it of yours? I'm moving them back to my house.
What do you mean? This is your house. We live together.
Have you not worked out what's going on here? You don't have the intelligence to see it? You never had much sense about you. You had good grades at school, but you were dumb in the real world. As you got older, it seemed like things just didn't improve. You don't even own this house. You just have a big debt that you need to pay off. You are so proud of all your money, but really all you have is debt.
So, what are you gonna do with your life now? Are you just walking away from us? I knew you were not such a nice girl. A lot of people liked you, but I was never so sure. Now you're just gonna do this. It shows your real character. Now you've run off with the furniture. What a pain.
Can you please calm down a little bit? Let me say something. The furniture in the house belongs to my daughter. All of it. She paid for it all, so it's hers. It's her right to do whatever she wants with it, and you have no right to be annoyed by that. We can do what we want if we spent the money, and you have no right to be annoyed by this. Things are not so good in this household right now, so please don't be surprised by what's happened.
We don't need you here. Please don't get in the way. We can solve this problem without you, so maybe you should just be quiet.
Is this how you're going to talk to my mother? How can you say something like that? She has the right to give her opinion if she wants to, and you have no right to stop her. This is no way to talk to a family member. We haven't even formally gotten married yet.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I didn't want to sign the marriage papers until I'd lived with you for a while. We had a wedding, but we didn't actually go through the formal process of marriage. Don't you remember? I thought I'd wait to see what happened. My mother also thought it would be a good idea. I think now is the time to cut you out of my life. I don't want to be with you anymore. What we had is now gone forever. You really messed me around with all that stuff, so now it's time to say goodbye. I hope you can accept this new reality. I'm taking all of my stuff, and we're never seeing each other again. Understand? It's going to be so nice to have all this furniture for the two of us. It's not really what I wanted, but it'll do. You can live with the woman you really love, your mother. You can have a nice life living in the house for the rest of your life. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm going to be living with my mother in her own house. It's going to be so nice for the two of us. It's going to be especially nice because we can get away from the two of you. Have a nice life. Hope to never see you again. I didn't speak to them again. I couldn't keep my cool talking with them. They did so much bad stuff that I just couldn't forgive them. It was such a stressful time for me, and I won't forgive them for what happened. Thanks to my lovely mother for supporting me through all of this stuff. Where would I be without her? If only this whole disaster had not happened in the first place. It would have been so much better if the whole thing had been avoided. It's easy to look back and think like that, but the reality is we all make mistakes, so don't be too hard on yourself. I'm looking forward to a new life living with my mother. It's going to be really nice. At least that kind of thing won't happen again. I've learned my lesson this time, and I'm not making the same mistake again. I'm really happy now living with my mother, and I hope for it to continue this way. Thank God that this whole sorry affair is over, and I'm through with those people.